Wednesday, and the sun is just rising in the little village of Chebi Apepem, one of the several communities along the Brem River in the eastern region. 13-year-old Kelvin Osei and Michael Oteng, 12, not their real names, together with their friends are gearing up for work instead of being in the classroom. They stroll calmly, making what has become a daily journey from their village to an illegal mining site. They are no way child laborers. These children scavenge at abandoned illegal mining sites known as Galamsey in Ghana in search of gold. For almost a decade, this part of Ghana has been a fabled source of gold. Driven by desperate poverty, thousands of small-scale miners in Chebi will do anything to find it. Here, hundreds of children, Michael inclusive, are risking their lives in order to find a few grams of hope. Gold.
Ana machiba 5. Numa oluka kla. Asa numa ko school, numa ko ton menye bia ko school. Aye di aplepla. Ni akwa ulu blame. Wo agula ba panitimi buya nkola na me hona ma papai. Ni wadi e pa ni akwa chosa. No dia mai. Michael
will prefer to be at school, but he needs to work to get money for books and feeding.
Buam di book and pen and bia ko school na bia to dia ni edi.
Today, the target of these child prospectors is laterite left in the polluted Brem River by illegal miners. They tell me they are searching for the elusive gold nuggets. Kelvin would want to be a lawyer in the future and hopes he will not have to leave school permanently to work. Most of them have missed so much school that they are now years behind. Others have also called it quits. Here, it's common for children to leave school at a young age in order to work. But Kelvin Osei dreams for a better future than this. This is a heavy burden on them. These children earn 50 to 150 Ghana cedis per visit to the Galamsey site. Sometimes they earn nothing. 16-year-old Benjamin Ohene is still in school, but his best friend, 20-year-old Matthias Osafo, dropped out 2 years ago to cater for his younger siblings. For the past 3 years, these two have had the same daily routine, digging frantically with their hands in the sand of Chebi Apepem. The rate at which children in Chebi Apepem abandon their classrooms to engage in illegal mining activities popularly known as Galamsey in Ghana is very high. Joshua and Matthias come here thrice or 4 times in a week. Time check, it's 7:55 a.m. Wednesday, but they'll have to come here, engage in the illegal mining activities, find some gold particles and sell them out to those who can buy.
Now I'm starting will be a school. I'm coming to me and I am sending me. This year I'm born school.
They look for the tiniest speck of gold. Their eyes are trained to find gold fragments as tiny as grains of sand. To increase their chances of finding gold, they spent long hours at a spot. Today, they have been searching for 2 hours. In the Methodist Basic School at Chebi Apepem, quite a number of children have stopped going to school in this past month.
I have about 10 boys in my school who engage in these illegal mining activities. We've been engaging with these boys with their parents, PTA. We've been talking to the parents, we've been advising them, why don't allow the kids to attend the school so that they'll be knowledgeable enough so that at the end of the day they can cater for themselves. But because the area is full of these galamsey activities, no matter what we would advise the parents, so even the parents even sometimes advise their wards to go because at the end of the day they finance their family.
Because the activity is illegal, no one knows how many children have died in the dugout pits. A security man on one of the sites who spoke to me on anonymity said a child died barely a month ago after a pit collapsed on him. An increasing number of miners come to work here despite the danger. Their work unknowing to them is contributing to a worrying global warming threat. The impact of this work on the children's health and education is significant. In spite of all these dangers and the laws, these miners are already illegal gold miners. Their presence on these illegal sites contravenes the Ghana Children's Act 1998, Act 560, that stipulates the minimum age for admission persons into hazardous work such as mining at 18 years. The hard economic times is often cited as reason for the presence of these children on these illegal mining sites. An educationist, Charles Yao Ahetochega, says these children are at risk if the practice does not stop immediately.
It has a lot of psychological effects on them, and again, the lack of parental care that they go through. So you have these children growing up in future not behaving like quote-unquote normal adults. Their response and attitude to things are different. And so when we get a collection of such people within the society, then we are all at risk in terms of how we want to see the country grow as a peaceful place in the future.
In Ghana, the statistics are not readily available on children engaged in mining. It is estimated about 30% of those who labor in the mining sector are children. Around 1 million children aged between 5 and 17 years work in mines worldwide, and the number is still increasing, according to the International Labour Organization. Nestled on the lush green hills, this community has numerous teenage school dropouts who are already pregnant, some who also have already put to bed. 17-year-old Efia Ando, not her real name, is heavily pregnant and in her 3rd trimester. She got impregnated by her 21-year-old boyfriend who is into illegal mining. Reeling under poverty, she was influenced by the money her boyfriend gave to her.
The name is friend Ebenezer. You go to Juman Kakran. I saw quite Jumana say a ye man kakra, but you miss can be say be a mange.
She dropped out of school in her 5th month of pregnancy after her bump started protruding. Coupled with mockery from colleague students, she decided to quit.
Let me show uniform go school. In
the middle of our conversation, her water broke. She will soon be in labor. Teenage pregnancy is high in Chebi in the eastern region as young men engaged in illegal mining in the area, popularly known as Galamsey in Ghana, use money to lure young girls here into sexual activities. Dora Ohene, also not her real name, 16, is a victim. Now a mother, her hopes of becoming a nurse in the future appear crushed. With a child wrapped on her back, she travels to a neighboring town to buy foodstuff to cook and sell.
More than for cry, almost say, boy, I say, no, but no person of me. No, I'm dead piano to Gunasum. Send my man in Jim to say, no.
She said the father of the baby, 17, who is into illegal mining in the area, denied the pregnancy. She's been left alone to cater for her child. She has hopes of going back to school, but poverty bites harder in her family.
I think because me guys and there, I'm uniform no more go school. Na me to fear me no more bar me no more can school master me na there na me.
It's a story that more and more of Chebi's young girls share. Due to inequality, they're given to sexual advances for survival.
I'm the mother of one.
Okay, clap for her.
When she became pregnant, it was out of the norm. It brought shame to her, and she even had suicidal thoughts. This is the predicament of 15-year-old Tracy Aga, not her real name, who has gathered courage to return to school months after delivery. She's in junior high school 3 and juggling schoolwork while looking after her 1-year-old son.
I asked the farm boy that he should give me pencils, and he told me that before he will give me the money, he wants to have sex with me. So as for me, I tried to run out from the room, but he forced me and locked the door and have sex with him. Then I got pregnant.
She's alone and abandoned by the baby's father, who is an 18-year-old student and a part-time miner. She takes a 30-minute walk home every lunch break to breastfeed her baby. Her grandmother assists in caring for the child to lessen the burden on Tracy so she can be in school.
The boy was doing mining at Esiakwa. He called me to come and collect some medicine to clear the baby. And when I was going, I threw the medicine away.
Come for medicine to clear the baby?
The boy. Right now, he is dating another girl, so he don't come to my house to visit me and the child.
She does not want to give up on education because she believes there's a brighter future ahead for her and her baby. But Tracy is the only girl to set such a record in the community. The rest of the teenage mothers look for handy jobs after delivery. In the Methodist Basic School in Chebi, 10 girls have dropped out of school this year alone because they became pregnant. They never returned.
We are having a chef coordinator here telling them about how to take care of themselves and also trying to explain to them why it is necessary to abstain from sexual activities.
Unlike Tracy, Abigail Mansa, not her real name, 16, is 4 months pregnant to a 17-year-old minor.
15 days ago, antenatal 1 day. Minis coming back like Mankobi 4 months. Mokotana, Bano Poman 20 cities paid young. Then Miss your mom 20 cities. And to me, baby, I know a mamma, a pagan, and I 70. Nama may be solved by one member, maybe by Miss Rosie.
According to the assemblyman for the area, quite a number of them have died after trying abortions.
We often record teenage pregnancy in this community, and it's a worrying issue. It's a worrying issue which the chiefs and the opinion leaders, we've tried every means possible to reduce it to the barest minimum, if not to eradicate it entirely. And most of the times, it's often due to, let me say, poverty and negligence on the part of the parents. Even though the teenage pregnancy was here with us, but it wasn't as we see it, when Galamsey came in, some people try to terminate, and maybe some even die along the way. At times, they will just pass through somewhere, get some medicine, at times from the drugstore, the pharmacy shop, or at times the local one makes some herbs, and at the end of the day, you hear that they will be bleeding. By the time they are taken to the hospital, they are gone.
The district hospital in the community says 3 girls between the ages of 10 and 14 years and 80 adolescent girls between 15 and 19 years this year got pregnant.
For us, when they come and they are in labor, especially between the 10 to 14, it's a very troublesome this thing. They are not, the pain that associated with it, they don't cooperate well, they end up having complications and all.
Amongst many, these young girls are prone to several sexual and reproductive health consequences, including sexual transmitted infections, repeated pregnancies, fistula, break in education aspirations, and other postpartum reproductive challenges. A child rights activist says it is not normal for any girl to go through such an experience.
Anything done to the child at that particular age is deemed not to take place at all. People have committed offense, and which of course need to be dealt with, especially where the source is coming from issues of Galamsey, and then also how people are using money to influence the decisions of children.
Between 2016 and 2020, Ghana recorded 542,131 amongst adolescent girls aged 15 to 19 years and 13,444 pregnancies amongst young teenagers aged 10 to 14 years, according to the Ghana Health Service. Not only are these numbers worrying, but also a critical concern that has lifetime ramifications on the life, health, wealth, and well-being of the adolescents. Here at Chebi Apepem, the rate at which young girls are getting pregnant is worrisome. A 2022 survey report by UNICEF Ghana indicates among adolescent girls aged 15 to 19 years, 14% have had a live birth or are currently pregnant with their first child. Poverty is what drives these young girls to sleep with the illegal young minors for money, and their situation begs for urgent attention. It's another day, and the Chebi Community Mining Protection Unit is set to clamp down on illegal miners who hide to operate on the sites. Well fitted in their costumes, the team is set to move. Former President John Dramani Mahama described the Chebi area as the headquarters of illegal mining. That was after expressing shock at the level of destruction here caused by the illegal miners popularly known as Galamsey here. Despite numerous warnings by the government, the activity still persists here. The Community Mining Protection Unit here at Chebi is leading a force to check on some of these illegal miners. Come with me as we go. The last time such an exercise was conducted, the community's task force headed by Apampemhine Osaberima Okojaman Apeja Ofori IV in a joint operation with the Kibi Divisional Police Command invaded illegal mining sites in Asamang-Tamfoy, a neighboring community, but were resisted, leading to a violent clash on September 30, 2022. The joint operation team managed to arrest 24 suspected illegal miners. However, others managed to escape. Vast swathes of forest reserves and farms, as well as some rivers in the eastern region, have all been destroyed by the activities of illegal miners. Deep in the heart of the region, where accessibility to the thick forest is virtually impossible, illegal miners have managed to penetrate with huge machines to cause destruction of imaginable proportions. On the day of our visit with the task force, no one was seen on the site because members were alarmed. Chebi is gradually losing its green cover at a fast rate, while many rivers and streams have been polluted. So I am in the Brem River. This is the main one, and this particular lake that has been created by some illegal miners has been polluted. So if you watch closely, you can clearly tell the difference between the clean water here and the one that has been polluted. So this goes to this direction to pollute the Brem River. I'm about to get a sample of the water. This is full. This is a sample of the dirty water that I have gotten. Let me get the clean one as well. Residents claim this one is the clean one, so let me get a sample as well. Wow, this can be a bit dangerous. Okay. All right. So from this side, you get the clean water, and from the other one that connects to the Brem River, I got this. So I'll be taking this to Accra so that we'll get to know exactly what they both contain. The task force is gradually giving up on the job due to no compensation. Latte Bismarck is a member.
When we started, we were about 40 and 40 and over. But the reason why some people have stopped is, you see, we have grown, and some people have sons and then wives, so they can't get even money to manage home. That's why they have stopped. We need the support from the government.
The chief of Chebi Apepem, who spoke to me off camera, says he single-handedly takes care of the force, but he needs assistance to tighten the knot. He insists some lands in the community have been reclaimed, but some of the illegal miners hide to visit some of the mining sites at night to work. Efforts made to visit the site at night with the chief, however, proved futile due to the risk involved. The plundering of the mineral wealth has affected the environment. The canker has now become a national security issue because of the devastating consequences it carries along with it. Persistently, the media have come out with revealing stories about Galamsey, some of them terribly destructive and bloody as human lives were lost. But the fight seemed to be lost as government still struggles to find an ending solution. Godwin Asidiba, TV3, Chebi Apepem, Eastern Region.